How did Aristotle identify the earliest logical fallacies? Imagine trying to spot tricks in arguments hundreds of years ago. Aristotle was one of the first thinkers to do this systematically. He wanted to understand how people could be fooled by flawed reasoning. Aristotle wrote a work called Sophistical Refutations. This was part of his larger collection of logic called the Organon. In this book, he examined arguments that seemed convincing but were actually wrong or misleading. He called these sophistical refutations. These are arguments that look valid but are not. Aristotle looked at many different ways arguments could go wrong. He found 13 common types of fallacies. He grouped them into two main categories. The first group depended on language. These are fallacies that happen because of how words are used or misunderstood. The second group did not depend on language. These involve errors in reasoning that are more about logic than words. This classification helped people see how fallacies can trick us either through confusing language or faulty thinking. He also explained why fallacies are so sneaky. They often seem correct or convincing, which makes people accept false ideas without realizing they are wrong. Aristotle's work didn't just list these fallacies. He also analyzed how they work and how to recognize them. This way, people could learn to avoid being misled. For families interested in teaching critical thinking, Aristotle's identification of fallacies is a great starting point. It helps children and adults learn to question what they hear or read. Instead of accepting statements at face value, they learn to evaluate arguments carefully. This supports the idea of thinking based on evidence and asking questions. It encourages a mindset of curiosity and careful reasoning. In essence, Aristotle's approach was to observe common mistakes in arguments. He categorized them based on their nature and explained how they deceive us. His early work laid the foundation for modern critical thinking. It helps us see through tricks and false reasoning. By understanding these fallacies, families can teach their children to think clearly and make better decisions based on logic, not persuasion or rhetoric.